How do you do? Just one dose should do it. It's been so long. Goodness. Ah, I did not see you there. Many things on my mind, you understand?
You are generous, and your judgment is good.
Aralorn, court wizard of Anvil, at your service. I work day and night to protect this fair kingdom and its people from all manner of magical threats, particularly those of the necromantic variety. There is something I could use your help with. Are you familiar with Black Drake? Black Drake is a rare alchemical compound that I sorely need for my research. Unfortunately, it's produced only on the lunar colonies, which we on Tamriel have lost contact with. If you track down a sample and bring it to me, you will be rewarded greatly. I will give you a powerful staff. Are you interested? Yes, the lunar colonies on Masser. Black Drake is produced there, and there was still an active supply line not too long ago, but since the Imperial Simulacrum, it's almost impossible to travel to and from that delectable celestial body. Now, are you interested? Excellent. You would do well to ask alchemists in the city, but please, practice discretion. Black Drake is a regulated substance, and I would prefer as few individuals as possible knew that I'm looking for it. When you bring me a sample, the staff of Cairn Maw will be yours. Oh, yes, it's nothing to worry about. Of course, you couldn't hurt anyone with a bit of Black Drake. My interest is purely academic. Possession and trade in the substance is a crime. But as I said, it's perfectly harmless. What? Yes, I'm a necromancer. The kings and queens of Anvil traditionally keep a practicing necromancer as court mage in order to understand the dangers of the art. No, I have my hands more than full with my duties here, but your interest is appreciated.
What brings you to our guild hall? This is a place of scholarship, so please keep your voice down. If you've come to join the guild, you need to speak to Tizia on the top floor. The abolitionist. He and his wife live at the Wayfarer building in the marina. It's the large apartment building across from the South Point Trading Company, just east of the great statue of Bendu Olo.
It just stood there, holding its tail and whispering. What did it say?
This is suitable. You're in Anvil. It's a big city, and it feels bigger if you don't know your way around the quarters. Are you looking for services or someone in particular? I am Karahil. The guild entrusts me with public relations here in Anvil. A guild guide is a spellcaster of the Mage's Guild who provides magical transport for a small fee. This way you can travel from one Mage's Guild to another. Yinasi is the guild guide at the Anvil Mage's Guild. She can teleport you directly to the Charik and bring across guild halls. I've heard some people saying that Tizia wants to ascend to Archmage. I don't see how she can. Archmage Salath is too young and too respected. Looking for a place to stay in Anvil? If you have to ask, you probably can't afford the Abbaset. The All Flags Inn in the marina is the traveller's choice, with clean rooms and reasonable prices. The Anchor's Rest in Little Anthea is more modest. If you go to the Sailor's Fluke, mind your pockets, the place has a reputation as a hangout for thieves and con artists.
Where did I put that?
Little Arenthea is Anvil's poorest neighborhood, a dense tangle of buildings located just north of the canal. Expatriates from Valenwood form the largest share of the foreign population. But Little Arenthea is home to a diverse population of immigrants from across the west. Scattered Colovian tombs can be found across the Western Highlands. Such tombs once served as the final repose for kings and saints of the Colo-Nordic nobility. But as the old families changed and died out, they have become obsolete. This does not mean they are safe. However, for all their piety and honor, the old Coluvian kings had no problem with using necromancy to safeguard their treasures. The Mages Guild is dedicated to the preservation and distribution of magical knowledge.
The winds blow all kinds of people through Anvil. I'm sure there's someone in particular I can help you find. This is suitable. Yes, that may be some help. Black Drake? The illegal and addictive narcotic? No, I don't have any on hand. But I know where you might find some. Not so fast. I'd like some compensation for the information I'm about to give you. How does 100 gold sound to you? Splendid. I happen to know that the crew of the Senecus God Key was involved in Black Drake trafficking many years ago, but crashed north of the ancient fort of Mistarstedt. If you swim north and a little west of the ruin, you may find their wreck and your prize. Good luck. You are quite welcome. Have a good day.
Pilgrims, merchants, sailors, they've all got gossip. Want to hear a little secret or the latest rumors? You are generous, and your judgment is good. The news from the Nibene gets worse every day. Now there's unrest in Cyrodil City, and mobs in the streets. Seems like it's all coming apart. Eli ruins, remnants of the Elven Empire that predated the rule of the Imperials, can be found all over Cyrodil. They are very pretty and filled with treasures, but most are also guarded by Daedra and worse things. A sailor. I work on a ship where I rig sails, tie knots, swab decks, and take care of anything else that needs doing. I am trained to use cutlasses and axes to defend myself if we're attacked by pirates or sea monsters. It's a tough life and dangerous, but I get to see more of the world than most.
Pilgrims, merchants. This is suitable, but I'm Idalish. I'm not too sure what I am. I used to be a slave in Morrowind, but that's long over now. I escaped across the border to Skyrim, but that put me on the wrong side of Morrowind to get back to Black Marsh. And so I decided to try to go the other way and find passage around Tamriel. Anvil is as far as I've gotten for now. I am a pauper, one of the humble small folk. I make my way in the world as best I can, laboring in the fields, kitchens, and factories of lords and merchants. When times are good, I live well enough by my own work. When times are hard, I must hope for the charity of the nobles and wealthy merchants.
At that time, of course, teleportation was poorly understood and quite rare. It was not until I'm sorry. Can I help you? This is suitable. The Mages Guild is dedicated to the preservation and distribution of magical knowledge. Borgish Gro-Ulius has been looking for an apprentice. He's been running a smithy in Anvil for decades, so he's probably hoping to pass on his knowledge before he retires.
The library is open to all, but please take care not to damage the books. My name is Inta Amberhune. I'm the librarian here at the Anvil Mages Guild. You are generous, and your judgment is good. The Navarche ordered 2 galleons back to Fort Teledrac, and neither of the crews have been told why. Rumor has it there's worry among the brass that the masked captain might try to assault the city. Sounds like nonsense to me. I'm sure the merchants would prefer that the big warships patrol the trade lanes instead. Fort Teledrac is the headquarters of the Imperial West Navy, the oldest and most storied of the Empire's cardinal fleets. If you're looking for a place to keep your money safe, there's a branch of the Bredica Private Bank in town. Bredica bank branches are common in most major towns. In civilized provinces, at least. They only do business with those in good standing, of course. If you can handle yourself in a fight, then you can earn some coin by collecting bounties. There are wanted posters displayed in Goldstone and in taverns throughout the kingdom. Goldstone is the ruling seat of the Queen of Anvil, Malona Conamoris. The castle stands on an island of its own in the southwest part of the city. I am a mage. My study is the destruction and alteration of the visible and invisible world. I study magic for its pure intellectual challenge and rewards, but I am paid in gold for the practical applications of my knowledge. Further, when undertaking expeditions in search of knowledge, I defend myself with spells of the College of Destruction, and leap, swim, and levitate with the spells of the College of Alteration.
What brings you here? You are generous, and your judgment is good. Hello. I'm Tisha, Master Wizard and Steward of the Anvil Mages Guild. I'm a battle mage by training. Necromancy is the art of manipulating the forces of life and death. Necromancy is legal in Cyrodil, but here, in the Western Kingdoms, the practice is stigmatized. It is the responsibility of the Mages Guild to remove those who still abuse necromancy while protecting responsible, law-abiding practitioners. I need you to deliver these scrolls of Turn Undead. The Imperial Legions are currently engaged in a mission to clear the Strident Coast of lingering undead along the forts and roads. I want you to deliver these scrolls to Urata Askra, the second in command at Fort Heath. You'll find her in the general quarters. Yes, the Strident Coast has a sizable population of masterless undead. The Queen and Kingdom are too tied up with politics to waste their time with it, and so it falls to the Guild to ensure their extermination.
Welcome to Fort Heath, Guild Mage. Are you here with the scrolls of Turn Undead?
Do you have the scrolls for me?
Good, thank you. These will help. Tell Tisha everything else is well enough here. I'm Urata Askra, the second in command to Commander Sipilius Tarvadius. What can I do for you? It's a problem. A lot of people think it's a disgrace that there's still so many dead roaming the shore after all this time. Clearing them out isn't as simple as you imagine. Nobody has a real sense for the scope of the problem until they're forced to try and solve it. Commander Sipilius takes care of communication with superior officers and is the public face of the fort. That's fine by me. I prefer to let my results speak for me. That has served me well so far. The two of us make a good team, in our own way. I've served alongside her in the past. She's a good sort, a doer. I've heard she treats her guild hall a bit like her own personal platoon, but with good reason. Since the Cameron usurper's invasion, yes. I'm not here to give you a history lesson. If you're really interested, get in a room with that court mage, Baralorn, up in Goldstone. He can fill you in.
Well met, friend. It's a simple charm, but a lot of mages don't bother to learn it on the Strident Coast. That can mean your end. Speak to me again when you're prepared for further duties. I need you to retrieve some books from Veneris Manor, in Olin Benares's old manor. There are 2 books in Gasta, Kavada, Kavakas's, and Legions of the Dead. I need you to go there and retrieve them for safekeeping. Benares Manor is in the garden quarter. Be sure you come prepared for a fight. His old revenants still roam the halls. Yes, he was a local noble, as well as a practicing necromancer. Wound up dead some years ago. Politics. I'd prefer not to discuss it. Do you have the books from Benares Manor yet? The sooner you get them, the better. Our mission is to destroy the lingering dead in the kingdom of Anvil. Eradicate those who would create more, and keep those who practice legal and safe necromancy secure. I need you to kill the necromancer Errol. She's currently based out of the abandoned Benares crypt. Necromancy itself isn't a crime, of course, but Errol's raised dead have been attacking travelers. Not to mention she's using remains that don't belong to her. Beyond that, I suspect some connection to insurgent elements. Go to the Benares crypt and take care of her. Yes, according to my contacts in the Legion, there's recently been a major uptick in rogue necromancers, like Ariel. They rob graves for their corpses. They rob travelers near their lairs. They're typically Bosmer, but not always. They set up shop in abandoned crypts, caves, and ruins. It's all very odd. I suspect some broader organization. Is Errol taken care of? Benares Crypt is a short walk east out of Anvil. It's also directly west of Hal Sedek, which I'll mark on your map. But you're better off traveling from here. Is Errol taken care of? Anarian is a master necromancer who's moving to our guild hall from the first hold hall. I want to ensure he is welcome and safe in our hall. I need you to go down to the docks and escort him. Give him a warm welcome. He's going to be waiting on that Altmer trade ship, the Corcoran Aster.
Good day. I'm Anarian. How can I help you? Oh, you're with the guild. That's good to hear. Shall we travel together to the local hall? Do you want me to follow you? Let's get going then.
Did you escort Anarian safely to our guild? I need you to destroy the undead at Strand. There's a population of lingering undead in the ancient fort of Strand. It's near Arcad, and it's endangering the locals. But the Mages Guild is going to put a stop to it. Strand is a short walk northeast of Arcad. You can ask the locals for directions if you like. In fact, I'd prefer it. Be sure their minds are put at ease. Let them know we're addressing this. It's a little hamlet on the Strayed River, down in the marshes. I'll mark it on your map. You can catch a boat to Arcad from the docks.
A visitor. Welcome. I am Kefralor, importer and trader of general goods. Are you interested in a deer or basilisk hide to keep you warm at night? Or maybe some of my finest jaga to take the edge off? I also just acquired a Bosemary Wenbone bow during our last Strid meet. You surely won't find better Valenwood stock on this side of the border.
This is suitable. You are generous, and your judgment is good.
Arcad is just a small fishing village on the Stride River. There's not many services here. The village was burned to the ground many years ago during the War of the Usurper, and it's been undergoing reconstruction ever since.
We're small, sharp, and smart. We love wild creatures, wild beauty, and wildlife. Unlike our dull cousins, we are not very polite, but don't have to be, since we shoot straight and run like the wind.
Goldstone is the ruling seat of the Queen Melona Conamoris. The castle is in the capital city of the kingdom, Anvil. A traveler coming from the east has been talking about an ape-man camping near the river, right at the border with the Kingdom of Kvatch. I heard Imga aren't uncommon in Cyrodil's major cities, but they're a rare sight in the wilderness, on this side of the Strid, of course. I am a trader, a general merchant. I buy and sell a little of everything: weapons, armor, clothes, books, miscellaneous items of all kinds. Take a look around, let me know what you want. Or if you have things you'd like to sell, let me take a look at them, and I'll give you a price. Skooma is an illegal narcotic substance made from refined moon sugar. Criminals use it as a kind of currency. They say it makes you fast and strong, but clumsy and stupid. Of course, I want nothing to do with it. Strid meets are ritual trade exchanges that happen annually between Valenwood and Cyrodil. During a Strid meet, caravans of Bosmer and Colovian merchants meet at cairns along the bank of the Stride River, hence the name, to trade alcohol, wood, flora, and other goods. Saint Valrad accidentally started them when he stopped a Camoran invading force at the Strid Bank and offered wine to their commander, and we've continued to have them in the Dasik Marsh region ever since. Dasik Marsh is the name of the large swamp along most of the northern bank of the Strid River. It's hard to grow crops here, and many of the beasts in the marsh are venomous or carry diseases. And that's not to mention the threat of bandits making their camp among the mangroves. So we here in Arkad look to the river fish are bountiful around here, and there are regular Strid meets. In addition, many smaller wineries make their own wine and skip the illustrious names. Coluvian battle wine is wine fortified with juniper liquor. Colovian battle wine is a fortified wine mixed with juniper berry liquor made in the Coluvian highlands. In the old days, the Coluvian warlords would drink the battle wine boiling hot before addressing their troops, as they believed that the rasp it left in their throats commanded more respect. The drink dulls the mind, but makes one feel quite heroic, indomitable even. You're here to clear out those creatures? That's good, but you'll need the key. The Reeve, Baron Volurian, keeps it locked for our protection. Best he could do, he'll be in his house. The Reeve's name is Baron Volurian, and you can probably find him in his house. He doesn't leave it often. Apparently the swamp vapors affect his delicate constitution. Or at least that's what he tells everyone. But you only when going to porn you would keep all were looking on with the live and you kindly you would about working you would get another you've heard.
Hello and welcome to our small village. I am Baron Valorian, the Reeve of Arkadad. I apologize that we don't have many services for travelers here, but I do hope that what our village has to offer is to your satisfaction. You cannot purchase honor with gold. Yes, that may be some help. I am Baron Valorian, Reeve of Arkad. This title is given to those who are authorized by the Queen to administer imperial law and collect taxes. I am honored to be one of them, but it's hard work when you add reconstruction duties on top of it, especially for one as ahem, prone to illness as I am. I see to it that the law is enforced, and mediate disputes in this village, and collect taxes to support its infrastructure. I'm also in charge of its reconstruction efforts. I don't know what it is, but something in the air here wreaks havoc on my lungs. Ahem! Marula Kiran lives here in Arkad. She used to be a member of the Imperial Legion, and they say that her marksmanship was almost unmatched. It's a pity she's retired now. She still gives lessons, but otherwise I don't think she cares too much about what's going on in the village.
We could certainly use her skills when we're dealing with bandits and dangerous wildlife. They say that in other provinces, vampires can be recognized by their monstrous features. Here in Cyrodil, vampires are said to be weaker, but they can hide and pass among normal people unnoticed. People claim that the Mages Guild and the Imperial Curia are infested by vampire nests, and that they conspire with the vampires to keep the common people in line.
You're here to clear out Old Strand? That's good. Very good. You'll want this key, then. Opens the trapdoor. It's practically right here in town. Gives everyone a fright. Make sure you get all of them. That's the old Raymond fort adjacent to the village. When the Cameron usurpers' forces invaded almost 200 years ago, the people of Arcade fled to Strand and hid within its walls while the invaders burned the village to the ground. Although the settlement has since been rebuilt, the fort has become dilapidated, and only undead now roam its halls.
Are the undead at Strand eradicated? They're all dead? Fully, I mean. Good. I'm sure the people of Arcade will be more than grateful to the guild. Take this cuirass. It's something else I wore in my Legion days. Speak to me when you are prepared for further duties. I used to be a champion of the Imperial Legion, but my career stalled after a disagreement with my superior. It's not important anymore. I serve the guild now. I need you to retrieve the Staff of Banishing Light. It's an imported Dunmer relic. I believe that if I study it, I will be able to create a powerful spell. It is currently in the possession of the enchanter Ariadora. You can find her in her shop in the Bazaar of the Abyssian. I need you to go there and ask her to donate it to our cause. I'd ask her myself, but she doesn't respect me or the guild. I'm hoping you'll be successful where I haven't.
Welcome to the Bazaar of the Abyssian, traveler. If you're looking for the market, it's upstairs. If you're here to trade stocks, the Trident Exchange is just through this door. The Trident Exchange is on the ground floor beneath the main areas of the Bazaar of the Abyssian. I am Riska Kalarinia. Nice to meet you. I keep things organized here at the Bazaar. If you ever want to set up a stall in the marketplace, talk to me.
I see you. I sell scrolls and enchantments for those with the skill to use them. Do you know the art?
You are generous, and your judgment is good.
My name is Ariadora. I am a student of mysteries and a purveyor of wonders. Have you heard the rumors about the Shore King? They say he's the heir of some ancient ruler, come to Anvil in order to claim the throne. But he can't truly be real, can he? They say the redeemed servants who wander the halls of Allied ruins were once human, twisted and reshaped by their masters, to fulfill some forgotten purpose for all eternity. If any spark of consciousness remains beneath their ceramic shells, no modern scholar has lived to see it. For the splendor of Aelid architecture, each stone whispers tales of the Aelid's past grandeur, and each tower stands as a testament to their ingenuity. The crass Colovian architecture of modern times is vastly inferior. I'm sure you'll agree. I am an enchanter. I enchant things and sell them. I have scrolls which are cheap, but only work once, and enchanted items which work over and over again, but which are not cheap. I also make my enchanter's lab available to those who want to enchant items, but who can't afford the expense of building and maintaining a lab. I charge for the service, of course, but you must provide the items, soul gems, and magic effects. I also buy and sell enchanted weapons, enchanted armor, and enchanted clothing. Another guild mage here about that staff. How many times do I have to tell Tizia that I'm not going to just hand it over? The answer is no. If she wants it, she can pay for it. Yes, thank you. Very good question. The market value is about 10,000 septums. We can negotiate a bit if you'd like. Let me know when you're ready to barter for it.
Do you have the Staff of Banishing Light? I believe I will need more time to perfect the spell. I will hold onto the staff for now. Speak to me when you are prepared for further duties. I commissioned this crystal ball from Barrelorn some time ago. He should be done with it by now. Go to Barrelorn in his wizard's tower in Goldstone and tell him I sent you. He'll probably be expecting a favor. I have no duties for you at this time. Speak to me when you have reached the rank of conjurer.